And right back into things we go with Newhappy's map pick. This is going to be where we can see whether they can close things out. Wings up. Looked like they were being rattled on Inferno, but were able to regain their senses right in time to hit him with a counter punch.
Yeah, hit him where it hurts. And considering how close that game was, considering it was right within their grasp, that one certainly will hurt. But a T-side pistol that's orchestrated over at B, there's 3 here, and this one might be a bit more bite, actually a bit more bark than rather bite. Tiger chomping down on a couple of players, and Wings Up getting no space for the attempted execute.
WUChildKinG and WUgaSsS. Just hoping and praying really for a couple of kills to come through from WUChildKinG while WUgaSsS can come out with a flank that will not be realized immediately, but Gia unable to collect. Ooh. And WUChildKinG's also brought it back down. It's another kill. WUChildKinG! He's done it all! WUgaSs's flank not even needed! Oh my days, Wings Up, what a way to win the pistol.
Oh my god, considering the game WUChildKinG just came off of on Inferno as well, we actually get to see what people are excited about this guy. I mean, just so sharp on each of these shots. And, you know, WUgaSS, his activation on the flank, sure, it doesn't do too much in terms of, like, helping WUChildKinG take those duels, but it forced Newhappy to make a decision, push one of them out because they're split, and the trade will be difficult. They just couldn't find WUChildKinG. His head was too hard to hit.
Wow. Someone's there to have a good game.
Expectations raised now. A good decision. Fast play into the A-bomb site. They went for a B stack, and, well, it's the wrong side of the map. They are kind of boxed in here at the very least, and could be in for a world of hurt, but they bailed themselves out of it, flying a couple kills. Seems like he farms up cash on these SMGs without fail.
Oh. All right, WUlaN is able to trade it away, so you're not going to see 2 kills from 2-2. Sorry.
Isn't a 2-2 like
it is.
What, like a it's like a ballerina wears?
It's a really weird, like, tiny little dress, which
yeah.
I've been trying so hard not to make jokes about that on air because we're deep into the playoffs, but yeah.
For the viewer. It's for them.
Well. Oh. LeeHung, obviously, main man from the previous map, and he has dropped down the bomb over here. Has to be careful. Flying wants to keep an eye out. Speaking of eyes out, Tiger and Spine will have their eyes poked out. Of course, the bomb has yet to be recovered, and LeeHung is going to be circled in upon from up above more than down below. Maybe trying to get a double peek set up with a swing from Flying at the same time, but instead they're all collecting at a similar location. Bomb will be forfeited. LeeHung does not want to contend with it, as he's more worried about a flank to come through from Lurker. And in the meanwhile, Flying doesn't realize that the angle has been forfeited, but now taken up again. LeeHung, good for some damage, good for a kill. Marek and Flying set up for the perfect 1v2 for 2-2, as he is yet to figure out where the bomb is going to be delivered, though.
Yeah, killing one player on B at such a distance like that, you know, they have to anticipate that there's a possibility 2-2 could be here. You can see there's hesitance, but they are starting to make their way to his bomb site. Thing is, 2-2 will start to be shrouded in doubt as well. But without a bomb plant, there's no real need for him to rotate out of this. The problem is he won't actually be able to find that bomb. It'll probably be a very safe plant, and all about reading how close they are to him.
From 2-2, doesn't realize the player on his side is ready and waiting. Marek able to overcome an overrun, and a very dangerous round coming up from Wings Up. LeeHung almost steals it away if Flying had ended up falling initially, or if LeeHung's timing had just been slightly different. All of those big ifs, but Wings Up are not here for indecision. They are here for results, and they have found them.
Yeah, solid work. And not going to escape them just yet. This was also a map that, you know, Marek has that 3K there. It's just a map where, against Clutch Gaming, he certainly had a bit of a standout performance. Nice nade stack at the start of this one, even with the limited buy. WUlaN was maybe expecting 1 or 2, but third where that came from. So a man deficit, but they're going to keep a watchful eye on that AK, maybe even do their due diligence and throw it out of the map. That would be the thing to do. Oh, the AWP, actually. Yeah, just making sure to get it extra distance. ChildKinG will work off of the mid-control in spite of the fact they lose LAN early, but the Newhappy side have reset their defense. Trying to peer in and will fall into Marek's sight lines. That's one player down, and WUgaSsS trying to pressure in as well, forcing them forward, forcing them to take duels. Tiger, a shot that's very lovely, and another one as well. Two Deegs that are rather quick, and Marek can't do anything to recover it. This is a stolen round. This is stolen valor. They get all the AKs they could ask for. Spine, the only one that misses out on the free upgrade. Wings up. That's a round that they're not supposed to let slip, but Newhappy, they're first on that CT side, finally found on Deegs. Gotta attribute that mostly to Tiger's efforts, who, as an AWPer, definitely tried to be aggressive on Inferno, certainly had some impactful rounds where he was being assertive and in their face. Kind of trailed off or tailed off towards the end of Inferno, not able to find too much success on that AWP, but doing good work on that pistol does mean that Newhappy are back right in it.
Crucial round to be able to find as well, right after the economy had been pressured, obviously. Tiger, solid kill to start things off. The trades were great from WUgaSsS. He had a wonderful game in the previous one as well, but 2-2 right in pursuit. It's trades all over the place. 1-for-1s will eventually end up favoring out Newhappy, the wielder of superior firepower. Marek, the only one without a gun, but now maybe even that can be recovered. Marek will be able to connect, but can't find the kill. Tiger left with 3 HP, and a chance that was given up, but quickly retrieved as well. 2-2 all alone, a 1v2 now as he finds the first.
Good flex of urgency there as well from 2-2, not letting Marek escape. Does make this winnable, but there is a kit that's dropped in his path. Has to be able to recover it. Takes a tag, but only 9 damage through that wall. It's a thick one. It's a thick boy, and 2-2 trying to do his best to answer with 2 more kills, but does he realize? No, he doesn't, that Heaven already occupied. A close affair, but Wings Up are back right into it. After Newhappy steal away around, they answer back immediately. Kind of a crazy trade for 2-2 to go for, by the way, just diving through middle.
Well, now the CD side economy is put underneath microscope.
Both of them. This is a swing round. You know, sometimes it feels like we don't get these as often since the economy changed many moons ago. But whoever wins this should have an easier one ahead of them.
That looked like a bang on the money. LAN, however, moves away a little bit earlier on. The inaccuracy takes away his kill. Robbed. Basically 0 presence on the A-bomb set itself, so if Flying starts to get exploratory later on in the game, then you might end up seeing some shenanigans. He can pull himself up to. This consistent crunch on middle does come with its negative sides.
A tag. Not within earshot, no one playing close middle either, but they're just trying to keep that player at bay while they push through B main. Marek, maybe unsuspecting that they're up so close. He's looking for utility on the ground, but oh god, Spine peeked in just as Marek was considering the timing.
Flying in the meanwhile. Looks to try to make a contact play. He hangs, found Marek. Chia. Flashed out. Great timing on the flashbang, but Tiger swings out to trade. Only good for the one. Angle was very difficult to find a multi-frag from, and Lihang and 2-2 might as well be contemplating the save at this point. It doesn't seem like there's a real avenue for them to get back into it.
Will they even hazard the glance? Will they even consider it? 2-2, yeah, just containing. So they will concede a 5th. Apologies there. I think you know, I dropped something on my desk, and you know, maybe I was just doing my best impression of Spine slamming his, because that could have been a free kill. That could have ultimately changed the tone of this round. You know, after they find an extremities player, Sure, there is a kill right back. You know, Mark ends up being found, but all while the A side is being pressured simultaneously. It's a lot to consider. It's a lot to think about when you're trying to make the right call. Don't know which way quite to go. And this could be a situation where, you noted that Jeje had a pretty rough performance on that first map. He's been playing the A bomb site as a dedicated anchor, and they have been leaning that direction on their gun rounds. Provided they have room, provided they have players to work off of. You know, that 2v2 is a different circumstance.
Line's hoping that this time it can be a little bit more direct. But he's been smoked off, so sorry, Lan. Hopes be damned.
Almost out of timing, but just a narrow miss. Peeking behind that smoke is dangerous. Could get nade stacked, could get spammed.
Any number of things, really.
Yeah.
B-side hit is being set up for, at least you think so, but WUgaSs's position revealed. He takes the angle, and I'll give him the advantage with the Molotov in front of him as well as the stairs to cover off most of his body.
That was a perfect read from WUgaSS, by the way. Just using the Molotov to fully conceal himself. LeeHang didn't stand a chance.
Perfectly played, but right now the middle crunch might be coming back over. Jeje goes down. 2-2 can't find anything either. Flying's entries just open up the A bomb site and close out the round. Newhappy looking less than impressive right now. 1-6, the only round win coming out the back of a pistol round.
Yeah, that's going to be a pretty, sad state of affairs to have to lose that round. You know, you come in with this bye, you're trying to make these counter plays or make these moves happen, and it's just being met with a cold hard response. Wings Up playing very safe play, very defensive, but Newhappy were doing much the same, only until the later segments were they able to get aggressive, and it's not trading in A main. There's just no hope. They have been our surprise team in the playoffs, but right now being schooled in what it means to go for this deep run.
That's the thing about surprises, they are temporary.
True. Try watching several horror films in a row. Eventually, you'll anticipate every jump scare. You're less surprised.
Well, speaking of jump scares that have been anticipated, WUChildKinG finds LeeHang's push through the smoke. Not exactly a horror movie, but lots of chances of death nonetheless.
The threat, the fear of it. WUChildKinG actually clearing back middle leaves him exposed, so almost got punished through one smoke before. This time, Tiger will succeed in finishing off business. AK to be retrieved, and very loud about his tracking down of that rifle. Land kept a watchful eye.
LeeHang has to be careful that he doesn't just end up falling. These CTs, however, are just saving the deagles. And look, man, you've got to buy in the next round regardless. I would have really liked it if they threw themselves at the problem to see if they could save some rifles. It feels like it is just probably the better thing to do overall.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. With losing so many rounds, they're already on max loss bonus. Try and take some rifles out of their hands, tee them up for success. That is a mantra that's not going to be adopted here, but already up to 7 rounds. And, you know, T-side, Anubis, we have seen that it is certainly the more favorite of the two. You know, people are still feeling out how to approach CT sides, especially, you know, within the Asia region, where there has been some adoption of it, but not massive, I think, widespread adoption across teams. It can be very, very difficult to sort of place how good or bad you are, even in your practices, even if you're playing against solid teams consistently. It doesn't always pan out like it does in prac. And right now, things are just not going to plan here for Newhappy. I do hope that they change their setups and try and do something a bit more assertive. And Tutu might be the prong to do it, but WUlaN was already watching for the mid-peak. After that smoke was deployed, a little bit of an indicator. WUlaN at the ready.
Gosh, Mark is just running away. He senses that this peak is going to be coming over, but he's missed it. He's missed the timing. This could be a real problem, but he's good for the one at the very least. Spine can't trade out. Does he realize how close by WUChildKinG is now with that deep Molotov coming forward? The A funnel that Newhappy seem to be setting up for should be coming through, but it puts a lot of stress on GHG's shoulders. Secondary rotate will also be the AWP. Spine is the one covering off middle with the A4, so no rifle presence around the A bomb site. And as he does reveal himself, means that WUgaSsS is going to be forced to step on it very soon. Nate needs to make a move. Spine rotates back to B. They've got two ops here versus the assault that's likely to come through. And flying seen the foot. It's GHG to still get the kill.
Gotta find some impact here from Spine. Need to get a kill here, and he gets nothing. Empty-handed. The AWP's now rotating in for the retake. 2 AWPs and 2 problems to find, and LAN will pluck one out of the equation. Jojo needs to be just as fast on dealing with that A-lurk as finding these next 2 players, but they're up close, and there's no possibility of him transitioning to a rifle to succeed. He'll scope and peel himself away. An 8th round here for Wings Up, where things were looking a little dire on that A hit. They just go the other way.
Well, man, it looked like they had it.
Casper
So,
really wants it.
yeah. He got it, just not exactly what he was looking for.
Yeah.
8-1, not the situation I expected to be in, considering that this was Newhappy's map pick. You know, I was thinking, yeah, Wings Up are going to look shaky on it. But every single one of their players has just been performing out of the nose. 8 kills and 4 of them flying not too far behind on 6 across 9 rounds.
And a map that they've beat, what, Lord Rabbit on, Eruption, they 16-4'd, 16-14 loss against IHC. And beat GR Gaming just as handily as they did Eruption. But they are getting pounded. Newhappy, big sad.
God. Terrible.
Well, that's how this half has been for them.
Also true.
Well, they have got a rifle. This is a half buy. They still have that AWP. And they've upgraded another player into a weapon that can do some damage. And being aggressive with it is the right type of play, but will be anticipated, even if it is flying half-turned for it. Tiger too quick.
Still something that can be done over here. It all comes down to 2-2. Who has brought Marek down low initially as well. Marek switching out to the AWP. Does have the bomb, even if he does have a better chance of getting the frag. But WUChildKinG coming in from behind is eventually going to be able to shut down 2-2. 2-2 even realizes it. Oh, he's backing off. 2-2's got the timing because of it. Wings Up. Now they have to move past a Deagle and an AWP. LAN at the very least finds a first. Marek is gone. Bomb retrieved, 1-on-2. LAN will be taking advantage of a missed shot to try strafing out, but 2-2 will still recover. Second round found for Newhappy. This would be high time for them to start winning a few more should they want a chance in the second half.
Yeah, it could be a massive saving grace, the fact that they've been able to steal this round away. You know, this is the second time now that they've gotten away with a, I guess, a low economy round versus full guns, and Wings Up haven't been able to stop them. Albeit, you know, there was a couple of rifles, the AWP and the investment there from Spine, then also being able to grab an AK on Tiger. You know, things kind of fell out of hand very quickly, and then suddenly it was a formidable sort of gauge of weaponry for the Newhappy side, but they have to maintain it. They can't let this one slip up, and they just pressure through middle. Tiger can't retreat with his AWP.
Oh, 2-2. Forced off by the Molotov. This puts Spine all alone in middle. He wants to still maintain the angle. He is aware of how important this is, but it's a similar position as what he's been in before, and he's never won out the duels. This time will be no different. 2 fantastic kills to allow them space into the A-bomb side, but Gia is here to try and cover them off. Knows that there is a second player coming nearby, flying. What a shot. Long range with the AK, and he's got the spinning blades of death being shot out of his hands, and Li Hang, who's had a considerably less impressive game number 2, is put into a 1-on-2 to try and bring it all together. He feels a need to try and go for it. The attempt must be made. They're too far behind otherwise, and LAN's missed shot at least gave him a chance, but it's a chance that quickly slips out of his hands.
Yeah, I mean, perfectly played as well there from Wings Up. Had a perfect read on where he was coming from because of the fact he got that first kill, and then just played contact off one another. Once that ult fires the bullet, that's when Flying swings. This has to be nightmare fuel for Newhappy, a map that they picked themselves coming into this, and they're trapped in this world where when they're on full guns, they cannot win a round. They've only won on half buys or force buys. They came in with an AWP, and they end up empty-handed. Tutu does go and retrieve it at the very least, so maybe get into JJ's hands, considering he has been the secondary. If the trend continues, they win this round.
Well, let's wait and see. In the meanwhile, WUChildKinG is gone. And Liang's position should not be completely detected, but WUgaSsS has an idea of it and will be able to take him out. Liang could have pushed through in the meanwhile, but obviously would have made a bit more noise, and I think LAN would have heard him in that process anyway, so.
Gonna give it a crack. Giving it a chance, like you had sort of noted with Li Hang's attempt at the 1v3. They're a little too deep in the hole. They're trying to dig themselves out.
That's the problem. Spades don't really help you go out. And right now, this spade is going to be off the save. Tutu doesn't want anything to do with it. He doesn't like the mod, Michael. You know, doesn't want to get his hands dirty.
Yeah, kind of unfortunate as well there. The Deeg did damage onto LAN, hit the headshot, but didn't finish off the job. If they'd found that, maybe there was a way back in, but too little, too late. I mean, what can you do? Up to 10 rounds, up to double digits. Wings Up on this T side have been unrelenting in gun versus gun rounds, and this time they don't let one of these half buys succeed.
Well, 10-2, man. I just can't see Newhappy being able to bring it all together unless they can make a run for 5. Even 4 seems too little. I know Anubis has been set out to be a fairly, for the teams that are liking it, a bit of a T-sided map.
Yeah, and it's collection by committee as well from Wings Up. It's not like we have one crazy standout. Flying was a big propellant on T-side Inferno, but it just...
Wow.
You just see some of the risks that they're taking, and it looks... I mean, especially that one. That is the most desperate-looking move we've seen Newhappy make so far, and it shows just the kind of situation they're in. This is not how they anticipated this map to go so far.
Now, this is definitely getting into, we have no solutions. Can we try running against this brick wall to see if it breaks territory? Tiger, though, Molotov as well. Apparently, brick wall's got napalm coming out of it. The medieval walls. Yeah, that's good for one. In the meanwhile, Marek is trying to close the distance. Doesn't realize where Tiger is. Tiger, though, caught in transition. Every single thing that could be going their way just doesn't seem to be. Yeah, Wings Up. Up to 11, set up for 12.
I wonder if WUgaSsS reads this. Oh my god, he's actually clearing it. He's going for the ace. 4 kills so far on entries on the B-bomb site, but he's denied. Jeje on 17 HP after the crisp collection of 4 before him. Somehow, WUgaSsS misses the line, but Jeje's hopes were already gone for that round. It's an 11th, and it's all WUgaSsS. No breaks.
Newhappy seems to be breaking right now. Or just completely broken.
Yeah, you lose someone through a smoke there. You start 4 on 5, running straight through without a flash, without, you know, without it being like a one-way smoke or something of the sort is suicide. And can't give WUgaSsS those peaks. That was free.
This is a Hail Mary round coming out from them. Tiger, good for the first, but he's already lost a teammate elsewhere on the map. Lihang, off angle with the Farmers is all he has to work with. No flashes, no teammates, no nothing. And Marek's shadow given up to him. Wants to peek forward. LAN as well, tagged down to 53, but WUgaSsS, ever ready and ever present in the canals, has come over. 2 rotations from the CTs to at least give them a chance in this round, but a flash through the smoke, and WUChildKinG is coming up big. Tiger, position reveal, but shot is missed, and WUChildKinG will punish Jia. Left alone in a 1v2 that he has to attempt. LAN peeking forward and moving past will make sure that it's a crossfire at the very least, and WUChildKinG just ready. 12-2, Wings Up are teed up for top 3.
They just haven't missed a beat. They honestly have not fallen out of favor in many of these rounds, and considering the way it starts, it did look as though there was maybe a chance there for Newhappy, but especially in these late rounds, you put them into a vacuum where suddenly information becomes a bit more of a crux to the issue for the remaining Newhappy players. If you're committed to spots, you will be cleared, you will be traded. What? Okay. You're kidding. That is the most egregious.
Hey, man. Sometimes it do be like this.
It's just one of those games.
You don't download this demo. Put it that way.
Burden.
This might be one of those to forget for Newhappy.
Come on, Lihang.
Get at least one here. WUgaSsS. Looked like he might have been able to crouch down and under that crosshair, but not this time. Over. 3 on 3. But you don't know that you're being circled in upon. Marek spots out. Lihang, there you go. Brings it right back to an advantage, but the bomb is all the way over to the A site. It's not destined for B. They want to push through and actually rotate in through CT, though, and that's what WUChildKinG is going for. Marek choosing the canal's position instead. The bomb from LAN can be planted, and oh my god, WUChildKinG's going to find him. WUChildKinG's just going to take Tutu apart as well. There's no way he knows this is coming for him. Tutu is cursing the world. There's nothing they can do right now.
And Wings Up just everywhere. Impossible to approach. You dare approach our site? Every single rifle round, Wings Up have won it. And this one will be no different. Spine, a 1-on-3 that goes nowhere. It is a dominant 13-2 half from Wings Up to maybe close this series and continue in this lower bracket. We'll see whether or not Newhappy have any bark, have any bite in the second after the break.
Catastrophe. You sick of all the same dudes running up, follow you around, hope you fall in love, but they don't see you like I do, yeah. All your friends, they see it too, that I'm the one who looks you in the eye, speaking like I mean it, what's inside, no, these others try and play the part, but I'm the one who made it to your heart. Yeah, I show up on time, I know you need that love, tell you everything that you don't hear enough. I fly you out to Paris, see the way they staring, always on my mind, you know I need that love. Yeah, I show up on time, I know you need that love, tell you everything that you don't hear enough. I fly you out to Paris, see the way they staring, always on my mind, you know I need that love. You know I'm always one step ahead of you, holding open doors when you're walking up, cause they don't see me like you do, yeah. There's nothing I won't do for you, I'll be there for you, I'll be whatever you need from me, I'll be, even when it's hard, just know I'll be holding it together, girl, you know that's on me. Yeah, I'm the one who looks you in the eyes, speaking like I mean it, what's inside, know these others try and play the part, but I'm the one who made it to your heart. Yeah, I show up on time, I know you need that love, tell you everything that you don't hear enough. I fly you out to Paris, see the way they staring, always on my mind.
Not what you would expect to see after Inferno, but Newhappy on just 2 rounds at the end of the first half. They are looking like they're not exactly living up to their name.
Yeah, just 2 rounds that come off of low buys as well, so really going to be taking a knock to the confidence, but maybe this pistol can help build the morale. Wings Up actually getting assertive, pushing into B main, but Lihang punishes instantly.
Doesn't actually try and commit off the back of that, though, or reveal the fact that there were multiple players around here. Lihang could very well have been a lurk for all. Wings Up, no. Flying will start to suss out as well back towards the A-bomb site as he pushes back to the canals. He might be able to find out the fact that there's only Gia here. Lan definitely knows, but Lan's about to be found out as well. Gia, position revealed. He's aware of Lan's push to maybe come through, but he's turned around. Gia given some space, and he will take use of it and take Lan's life on the back as well. Flying and Ningwa, good for some damage, nothing more beyond that.
Come on now. Bring it over the line. Don't let this one slip away. WUgaSsS has been pretty stellar. Had some incredible entries on that T side, and going for this retake could certainly be a way to do it, but they're clearing through B main. Are they gonna save? They're gonna save.
Wow. The least exciting end to any pistol round ever.
Yeah, and honestly, not even saving that much value. You know, they're not. It's not as though they.
850.
It's not as though they came in, yeah, with like a P250 armor, maybe even dualies. You know, loads of nades. They've got 1 flash on Marek and armor on Gas. That's. You know, the potential value you could steal away from them is more significant, and, well, even on the exit, they just get nothing for their efforts. They're throwing that flash over to Gas, but even Gas won't survive, so it's just pointless. But they've got rounds to play with. I think maybe that's the direction they're headed with that, is that, okay, we don't need to fight for this round, even though they probably could have and probably should have. We don't need to fight for this round. We've got rounds that we can still answer back with. And they're straight in with a force buy in the follow-up, so they wanted to save some of that extra armor, perhaps, to allow for this. But Newhappy, that was an important piece of the puzzle. You know, the first step in what is a long road to make this competitive, a pistol round that is very well placed.
Step 2 is avoiding the stack on the B1 side. Pretty important step. WUChildKinG chances it with a spam that does not connect. Flying as well. Looked like there was a gap on the right side of the smoke that might have been exploitable, but does not elect to stick around and find out. Oh, there goes ChildKinG. Trying to get dancing shoes on in the middle. He is instead caught up tying his shoelaces. Hey, bomb site will be the intended site of attacks. They have indeed successfully dodged out the stacked Tiger and pushing forward. Legs spotted, flying and land both hit the deck. And LeeHang is about to discover Marek inside of a smoke. MP9 on either one of these remaining players, and none of them have a chance. Tiger is sharp as a knife that's been tapered and tempered for quite a while.
Yeah, I mean, perfectly done. I mean, so fast on each and every one of these kills, and he cleared not only through middle, but also through spawn. LeeHang getting the information, could be an ace set up for Tiger, and he is hungry. He's on the prowl for it, does the damage, but runs out of ammo. Just like WUgaSsS, getting a 4K on entries. There will, again, be another denial of the ace, but job accomplished. Newhappy, another round to the tally.
Well, at the very least, they should be able to find themselves 5 or 6 on the back of this. And look, obviously, the point where you have to start to sweat a little bit is if they get all 5, right? So the pistol round plus 1 gun round combination, that puts you up into a pretty good position to come back in literally any game. So that's what you're sort of looking at towards as your first objective if you're Newhappy. Would be nice if you can build up some bank as well doing it, you know?
Also, is there justice? Wings up lose to these half buys. Will they win one themselves? Full exec over this A bomb site. Maybe it's not justice for Newhappy, but you know, Wings up might have felt like they were served an injustice.
Yeah, a Deagle and a P250 is not quite the same investment as Newhappy had brought out, though, in all fairness. So you're kind of playing with a toy hammer if you want to bang this Gable right now.
Yeah, I also think it's more a Wings up problem than a Newhappy fix. You had that second round on Inferno as well that almost got stolen away by Newhappy's just USPs, so that's been a trend. It hasn't won the maps.
Well, a couple of good kills to come out at the very least. 3 of them found and collected. No Deagles, otherwise you could have thought this yourself that, oh, this could be dangerous. But instead, it was just going to be WUChildKinG attempting to save. An attempt that might actually be unsuccessful. Tiger jumping up and down, going all over the place. And WUChildKinG's HP was hardly conducive to trying to take that gun forward.
Yeah, especially when he's hopping around bouncing. It's hard for him to hit that shot. Tiger, the real revelation here on this T side so far. The apex predator, if you will.
I'll put it like that, man. Apexes haven't been doing too hot recently.
Yeah, no, fair.
Oh. Bump in your head. People don't know, this is actually how archaeological runes were initially examined. You boost it up on top of your fellow archaeologists, which is why the totem pole assembly needed you to be particularly yoked to be an archaeologist initially.
I don't quite know enough about archaeology to dispute it. Lovely shot from LAN, though, and that's one for the books, one for the runes. LAN does dip out, and they'll have to be worried about the rotate round. That's flying found, so they know that LAN should still be on this corner.
Oh, LAN won't be able to reset in time. The spacing is excellent. Yeah. They'll be able to take him apart, and the rotations will be quite far away. Smoke still has a bit of time left on it, and they have 3 flashes amongst a lot of them, so no more utility should be coming through. This is more going to be about holding your ground and holding your fire. Company moving forward. What a shot from Yeah. Goes ahead and picks up a beautiful double. Gorgeous stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
Great timing to take down the extra as well.
They basically lined up for that. That was mental. Yeah, that was perfect from his point of view. It couldn't have gone better. Flash didn't catch him either. And considering, you know, he was the one that had a pretty rough game on Inferno, has been able to put up more competitive numbers in the absence of others. so important, so crucial. LAN was kind of picking them apart with that AWP, but they got those trades going quite quick, and the rotates weren't actually that urgent from Wings Up. You know, I think they wanted to try and suss out lurking players and still hovering around that B bomb site just in case they re-diverted. It's one of the things about Anubis is that there are many options in mid rounds for T's. Quite the sight to behold. So we've had heroes here for Newhappy, both Tiger and Jeje. They're trying to boost up and they're being loud about it.
LAN's got a great time that he could actually pull through. He knows there's an op up on top of the boost as well. He's waiting for the smoke to dissipate. This could be crucial, but he doesn't look to his side. Good for one, good for two. Can't finish up the second. The old Eagle would have gotten that, but right now Flying has missed out every single shot. It's the last one connecting. A chance given up, Wings Up. They don't know how close they were to tasting victory there in that round, but instead, all turned upon its head, and 2-2. Sure, it'll be a sacrifice, but one that they're willing to make.
God, man, this could have taken such a twist. LAN gets those 2 kills, there's weapons to be recovered, and it's so awkward for Lihang to have to make that 180. You saw even the player that was boosting was holding for the B push. He didn't even react. Man, scary stuff. But only for a moment. Newhappy take control after a very hectic start. And they will make sure that no rifles get saved. There was a buy regardless here for Wings Up. Having an AK can sometimes mean the difference between holding your sight or not. You can often go dink for dink. Tit for tat. But what a splatter of players in middle that could have proven to be the difference maker. Slowly but surely, they're grinding away at this lead, and we're not quite there yet. Get to double digits, and we'll have that conversation about overtaking. Wings Up in with a full buy, and Lihang not messing around. A very fast play at A, and they get the double entry. No, actually just cut down as well by Marek, the double kill, and he even gets a third as well. After starting off so hot, starting off so well, it's still into 2-on-2, clawed back to 1, Flying left alone. WUChildKinG tried desperately to get a handle back on the site.
Bomb plot is the only window that he actually has to try and make this a real 1v1, but even there, Jeje so aware, so prepared, trying to take advantage of the Molotov bombs being dropped. Tiger's position last seen around this corner as well, and he's gone back to Ninja on Flying. Tiger's not going to be able to get it. No! The adjustment! Tiger hard clears the angle and brings his mouse back right at the nick of time. Perfectly played in that one-on-one.
Oh, Flying couldn't make up his mind. I don't think they knew for certain where Tiger had gone off to. He could have relocated as far as they were concerned. He could have been flanking in through middle, and I think he had to be worried about that as a prospect. He got a kill on the site, so he shouldn't have lost track of him, but Flying couldn't make up his mind, couldn't pick a spot. Lost tabs, lost track, and that's an important, a crucial clutch. Could have allowed Wings Up to break the ice. Now that Newhappy are in it to win it.
I think Wings Up might no longer be in it for the same reason. Feels like it might be a big turning point. Newhappy. Obviously, this is just reminding me of, gosh, their game versus IHC. I think it was where they were up like 13-2 in the first. Yeah, something like that. They end up losing at 16-14. Hey, man, you never know. You never know.
Yeah, 12-3 half.
On Anubis as well. And that was their key sign. Lihang. 2 more quick frags to be found and collected. And this will be a relatively clean anti-eco round as well. To be honest, I just assumed IHC probably played a terrible CT side when I saw that scoreline. Now I'm rethinking my evaluation.
Yeah, no, I think that's kind of the same boat that I'm in. You know, that's what I was kind of trying to preface before. Is like we don't really know how to gauge a lot of teams on this map. You know, there are some teams that are going the extra mile and creating some crazy strategies, some awesome nade lineups, and you know, I feel like are trying to innovate as much as possible. But especially when it comes to T sides, there are a lot of places where you can have these sort of isolated aim duels that don't feel the most replicatable all the time, but especially if you've got the players, you've got the firepower, you can make it work, right? And we've seen exactly that from players like Tiger, from Lihang, like WUgaSsS as well on the wings upside. JJ has been the one that was asleep at the wheel, but has since woken up full force. A little tidbit of information for those watching: JJ means sister, I think, in Mandarin, from my very limited, very long ago study of the language, and I can barely speak a thing.
So basically he's saying he's unreliable and don't listen to him.
Well, yes, yeah, me. Yeah, not JJ. He's been reliable this game.
Yeah, true. That is true. You should definitely listen to Jeja.
I think it's big sister.
I love
as
this
well.
play.
It's not like little sister, you know, just...
I really like this play from WUgaSsS to come forward. Spine, though, is just right into it. They know what's coming their way. WUgaSsS, though, doesn't want to push any further. Spine, flashbang to be delivered forward. WUgaSsS can find him on the timing. That's massive. That is absolutely massive because Marek's also behind. Lihang has found out. It's a 5-on-3 with no chances to recover. 3 turn to 2.
Oh, the worst part is that they were anticipating something different, an extra move here from Wings Up. They were ready for aggression. They just didn't pick the right spot. They didn't know which of the targets was going to be there for this Wings Up attack. So yeah, try this one out of their hands. Marek sticks around a little too long, try to deploy some utility, but Tigers plucked him out, so part of the way there. 4-on-2 and a smoke at the entrance of the A bomb site that will be met with additional nades. Tiger will take the brunt of it.
Oh no!
That's bad.
I mean, it shouldn't really be affecting their decision to go for this or not, because I think that was probably going to be down to a save regardless. Oh. Uh-huh? I know they have the money to be able to buy him the next round, but this is perhaps just insanity. WUlaN will be peeking around the corner, misses the first shot, but Flying is here to back him up. 14th found, and it's in a way where the D side could very well have their economy reset now if they'll lose this next round with all 5 players dying.
Yeah, one of those positions where it feels like they are probably too far deep in the hole, and given that they had extra funds, they felt like they could give it a swing, but yeah, maybe not thinking that extra step ahead, because yeah, they have money for this round, but like you're talking about, it's the next one that we're concerned about. They may not have rifles for what could be their last round on Anubis should Wings Up win here.
WUlaN should have this. Oh, misses out on the shot though. Oh, I love this. Tutu's actually just used set to force a shot out, and they just move through the smoke. So much space could have been found, but the Molotov is fortunately there. WUlaN is just covering out in mid all alone. Meanwhile, Canals has been pressured somewhat by both WUgaSsS and Marek, once again threatening the opportunity to push, but now smoking off the B connector. And it is going to be a B crunch to end up materializing. At least that's what the map looks like. WUgaSsS has another smoke here. Can and will deploy it in response to the Molotov, but WUlaN is down and out. In the meanwhile, that all taken away by Lihang, who has been having a quieter game so far, but the T side's been looking much more prolific. And now back to B, he goes with a full wrap. WUgaSsS has moved past the flashbang, perfectly played. Marek as well on the side itself, but WUgaSsS, he knew there was a second player coming over, prioritizes the site duel, and he just loses that one outright.
It should be a safe call here from Flying, but he must know that players are low. He's still glancing in. 2-2 on that AWP, had that long sight line, the Molotov down as well. Flying has called it quits. Newhappy, a scary set of circumstances. You know, after they get that mid control, very similar to the round that they had where WUlaN was sitting inside of the smoke over at Bridge. They boost up, they have Lihang just crawl through that smoke, and ideally that boost is able to cover or at least trade. They do that once again, and even with LAN having that information, you know, he died to the eventual mid lurk last time when he had that Deeg. He was unable to suss out Lihang, whose flank was critical in breaking into that B-bomb site. Full process of elimination for Lihang on that lurk as well. No presence, no one peeking from either sort of mid-house or the doors. No one peeking beacon, and there's no way you leave middle completely open. It's just suicide if you do. Pieced it together and eventually dismantled the setup for Wings up to double digits, and this is where I was saying we could start to have a serious conversation about Newhappy coming back into this game. WUgaSsS being given a bit of his own medicine, the spam through to the lower or to the dark smoke. But that will be all the action at the start of this round. Mid control gained by Newhappy.
Not just that, but they are angled in for an A-site hit once again with Lihang considering just pushing forward. And Lihang's threat makes this very difficult for LAN to actually be able to contend with the full A-site hit after the previous round where he has just ended up going down. Molotov is good as well. LAN's going to be forced forward actually more than backwards, and he's sticking inside the flames. He knows that Lihang likes to lurk here. ChildKinG is practically isolated. He's asked for help to come through in the form of flying, but this smoke is not going to be lasting too long. Molotov and GG's shot are fantastic. Only LAN left on the bomb site, and he's with the smoke separating him. Lihang's demise is nice to have, but LAN position revealed, and he's not landing any of these shots.
Got the tag on Spine through the wall, but it's just not a clean kill. Finally able to finish one off, though. It's 2-on-2. They'll commit to this.
WUgaSsS is going to be losing his life soon as well, but no, 2-2 misses the shot. 1-on-1. WUgaSsS doesn't have a kit, but it is recoverable nearby. Tiger, more concerned about the wrong angle and does spot out the foot. WUgaSsS has misstepped. Had a timing where he could have just swung, but unsure. Tries to bait out the shot, and that's what gives his jig away.
Yeah, I mean, how's he to know? You know, like, we're watching from the point of view of Tiger, and he was concerned about the low ground. There was a window, there was an opportunity, but WUgaSsS none the wiser. Had to consider that that ult was still around and kicking, and he was right in his assumption, just could not connect. Almost one that falls away from them, but Newhappy keep the good times rolling. Came into this half at a deficit 13-2 is what they were staring at. But now they are within touching distance, within 3. Wings Up have let this big lead slip. Not for lack of trying. Newhappy have been pulling out some crazy moves and been hitting some nice shots, and the AWP, the hero investment, coming into this round from LAN has already struck and found one. This will increase the urgency, I think, for Newhappy.
At the same time, you've got GG, who could be an isolated duel. The flashbang is great. Both ChildKinG and Flying want to start pushing forward. ChildKinG, though, down and out Flying, fighting back, but a missed shot. The Deagle reset meant that he couldn't quite land it on the head. It is still 3-on-2. You are still going to see this attempted, but the problem is LAN is so far isolated from the rest of his teammates that if Newhappy chooses to get aggressive and he misses out on a shot, this could be a problem. Even so, rotations will be coming through for the A connector, not to try and flank them through from A main. They've got 3 smokes as well. So a good lineup could go a long way, but Tiger's now equalized. This becomes so much more difficult. They've got a smoke down in front of Tiger. A second one could be ready as well. And with the kit picked up, they're going for it. Tiger gets one. They can't find it. They can't find it. They can't find it. It'll be WUgaSsS to fall to the knife and Deagle. But it will not matter. Wings Up, find 15. Karma is coming back to get Newhappy.
Oh my god, that has got to be heartbreaking. A man deficit, and they've held this site beautifully. They did well to find the first kill on that AWP, but with all the utility, the fact that there was a kit dropped on the site, they knew what they had to do. They knew they had a play that would be so disheartening, so disappointing to lose. And Newhappy could not stop it. They get to 15 first, and they guarantee at least OT, but WUGchildKinG not so happy about it. The tag, the leg from the AWP as well. They're striking back in heavy hitting fashion on the Newhappy squad. This has to be a safe call in from Wings Up, but they're still challenging. WUChildKinG close to the action.
Surely not. Surely not. Liang, you drop down over here. There's a real opportunity, but Spine takes out WUChildKinG. That could have very easily been a double kill to come out for WUChildKinG, but instead now Newhappy will be saying goodbye to some of their economy. Not too much of it, but Flying does recover his aim in time.
A little scary when you're doing trigger discipline and you just miss the first set of shots, but
yeah,
it didn't change his decision.
not ideal.
Played it right. Go for the furthest character first when you have two options. Closer they are, the easier they are to adjust to. You know, they occupy more of your screen.
AKA, they be thicker.
Yeah, that's certainly one way to look at it.
Remember, guys, if you're unhappy about the mirror, just get closer to it. Or further away, you know.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, after getting a little further away from Newhappy, they're closer once again, within 3 like they were last time over. Oh, Deke of WUChildKinG strikes first, and they try to run straight through a smoke. They will immediately call it quits. They know that there are pistols right behind this. And LAN, that's a pivotal one. He spots bomb. Had he maintained mid-control, that could have been a difference maker, but Flying took up the mantle only to get traded all the same. 3-on-3 and only that one rifle available. There is one that's retrievable, but WUGchildKinG is still holding for it.
WUgaSsS is in a very good position with the rifle, though. And he is the man you want to see it on. Marek has obviously also been on a bit of a tear, but WUChildKinG's got the AUG. He's got an AK. This is doable. WUChildKinG swings out for the try, knows where the second is as well because of the bomb proximity, and he's backed off. He doesn't want anything to do with this. It's time to play it silent. Mute all sound. The CTs have got a real chance in this one. Lihang doesn't realize Marek has also pivoted away. Marek reveals his position. Lihang down to 64. And as these players have been spotted out, WUChildKinG's going to be given lots of space to rotate away. Marek as well, still safely nestled in behind, but he's got to do it all on his own. WUChildKinG's demise makes this nearly impossible. Both shots need to be headshots, and neither of them will connect.
So close, but not quite close enough. Some nice stuff to have. You know, I saw LAN. He's been typically just alone in middle, and thought that his death would have been the end of the round, basically, because it could have just re-diverted. But Flying taking up that same space, and their importance placed on middle in that round was very, very key. Wings Up back with a full investment. Newhappy, again, will probably still not be pleased with how that round plays, but still with the results, they're still in it. They need this map win. They need their map pick to continue in this series. This lower bracket run, this surprise entrance into our playoffs have been the cause of several upsets already.
And what an upsetting way for Wings Up to bow out if this is where the comeback is going to come in from. Remember, this is potentially their last gun round. Potentially.
13-2 half. And
yeah,
it is as close as it can be.
Then breathing distance, effectively. This B-bomb side is still occupied with a fair bit of util, smoke and a Molotov at the very least, and that'll make things quite tough for them to try and commit and take this. Smoke is already used back towards the temple, rather the B-dark angle, and now down in mid. Spine wants to take the peak. Flying is discovered in bomb as well, being spotted out. Now rotation needs to start funneling through, but the problem is these lurkers. God damn, I'm missing out all my words. LAN drops the bomb. Second peak going to be given up to him soon. He's got it as well. And now it's a 2-on-1. All advantage is gone. WUGchildKinG.
Oh,
great in this game so far, but with the smoke being flubbed as well, bomb being committed to, spots out the player. LAN does not want to go through. He's seen JJ. Now double swing being lined up. Gas on the other side has already closed the distance, and now doesn't know the angle. This could be a JJ has brought it back to 14. Wings up are not going to have money either. Newhappy teed up for overtime.
Oh my days. This is all over the place. After LAN gets those first 2 kills, you think it's all over, but he wasn't sure if he was going to commit to the plant or not. Did so with extra wiggle room on that clock, and then in the clutch, as soon as there was no immediate swing, no immediate pressure from anywhere else, JJ puts it together. Costly, expensive, and hung by a thread. Newhappy are still in with a chance to push us into an overtime. It's an investment, and LAN, caught through middle. That smoke did not provide him the coverage, did not provide him safety from the bullets. Newhappy in with an opener in our last round of regulation.
All comes down to what risk Wings Up are going to be willing to take. They've tried the mid push a couple of times over. They found mixed levels of success with it, but now Tiger maybe a bit lucky to get away with his life there. Wasn't exactly the healthiest player even to start that exchange off. The B-bomb site. It is the commitment. Marek had a damn good game, damn good hand so far, but with 22 HP and only a Farmers is able to get a second. Keeps it going. And there aren't any Molotovs or grenade, not enough. It doesn't go into the corner. They miss it. Time's been given up for the rotate, but flying out in the open, too eager to take the duel. Marek will continue to play with patience. It is a second rotate to come through. He knows Gas is here to cover off the cross. Gas needs to be able to commit, and soon. But with the flashbang used, they know there isn't utility. Gas takes the peek. Marek as well. They get 16. Wings Up are able to claw it back right at the end. Again, a 16-14 map on Anubis will be breaking the hearts of Newhappy.
Oh my, that has to be so disappointing. They make